She makes my heart sing. And when I'm feeling low, she comes at no surprise. Take me to take me to paradise. Do you love me, Mary Jane? Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Do you think you love me, Mary Jane? Wants to play no game. Welcome to this episode of Kraig Facts. Candyman died today.
Woohoo! I mean,
rest in peace, Tony Todd. Is that his name?
Yes.
Can't say Candyman in the mirror and be scared and be truthful no more. He's died. Ain't no Candyman coming out the mirror no more when you say Candyman, a candy yam gonna come out the mirror. Say Candyman 3 times. A yam is gonna drop on your sink. Candyman's dead. Close all the liquor stores, ice cream trucks. Candyman has passed on. There'll be no more B- level black horror films ever as good as Candyman. He's gone. Candyman has died, y'all. Candyman's out of here. He went to the big liquor store in the sky.
You know what other movie he was in that, you know, underrated, but a classic?
What?
Final Destination.
Final Destination. He's been in a lot of movies, but Candyman was that was his piece. You know what I'm saying? That was his title. That was his proof. You know what I'm saying? That it's a great movie. We used to really be scared to say Candyman now in the mirror. Now, if you say Candyman 3 times, a cooked yam is going to fall out the mirror in the bathroom. And I'm going to miss having that real fear of saying Candyman 3 times.
Question. Yeah, I forgot the fucking... Oh, yeah. Did you like the remake?
The remake was cool. See, here's the thing. The remake of Candyman was cool, but 90s movies had grit. 90s TV shows had grit. Whenever they remake shit, it's too glossy. It's too well produced. It's too 6K. Do you get what I'm saying?
I know exactly. Like telenovela.
Okay, explain.
It's like that. Everything is well lit. Everything is just super shiny,
right.
Super clean. You see the actors with their perfect white teeth.
That's trash. The reason why the 90s may possibly be the dopest decade for music and filmmaking is because, first of the diversity, the palette was crazy, but just the grit. Like, I remember as a kid being excited to hear hip-hop in movies and TV because you never heard that before the 90s, a rap song being played during TV or on a movie. You know what I'm saying? I remember being excited to hear slang, like certain slang, like, dang, they talking slang on TV now. All right, look at this. They wearing cross colors on TV. They wearing black urban clothing. I want to buy that. I miss that, like, that excitement of, like, wow, the world is recognizing black shit now. You feel what I'm saying? Because before that, I feel like the world was in denial about urban culture. They loved us, but they would steal from us and really not include us in certain stuff, except maybe like music with a sprinkle of niggas in comedy and TV. But the 90s was the era where we really... Why are you laughing?
No, keep going.
Say it.
No, because you're going to say like... Don't worry about it. Keep going.
So anyway, Candyman dying, that's like Satchel Paige dying. You know what I'm saying? Candyman dying, that's like shit. That's like Artist Gilmore passing. I think Artist is still alive. You know, that's like that's as important as Todd Bridges being, I don't know what I'm saying. What was you about to say?
But on another segue, dealing with, black entertainers, the Wayne's brothers are going to do Scary Movie 6. They made a deal.
Did they?
Yeah.
I'm a supporter of the Wayans family, period, point blank. Anything they do, any movie they make, I support. I love the whole family. I don't know if I'm going to see this movie. I want to see it. I tell all my fans to see it. Scary Movie has been around for 20 years. And I'm 42, and it's hard for me to get scared in a scary movie now. Like, I used to jump a little bit. Now I'd be asleep. Because there's a lot of dark scenes in scary movie and slow movies and slow music. So I fall asleep in the movies a lot now.
Yeah?
And scary movies don't do what they did for me before.
What was the last scary movie you saw?
The last scary movie I seen that was supposed to scare me was... Damn. I don't remember.
No?
Yeah, because I fell asleep in that bitch.
5 years. The last 5 years.
Name some.
Long Legs.
Nope.
Sinister.
Nope.
The Conjuring.
Nope.
Megan.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, it's a robot. La Llorona.
I definitely don't know what the fuck La Llorona is. What is La Llorona?
It's like I think it's like a witch, but like comes from like the Mexican side, like a voodoo witch from Mexico.
Okay, this is an immigrant witch.
Yeah.
Okay, did she make it to America?
I don't know. I didn't watch that one.
Well, I haven't seen it. If she didn't make it to America, I didn't watch it.
Ouija.
No.
Okay.
It's about Ouija boards.
Yeah.
Haven't seen it.
Yeah, because I think that's like Hereditary.
Hereditary?
Yeah.
There's a horror movie called Hereditary?
Yeah, that one, I think from the last 10 years is one of more disturbing ones I've seen.
Okay. I haven't seen. What's so disturbing about it?
It's just like a movie about a family that is dealing with death and some, darkness. I don't know if it's like devil, but like, it's like underworld shit.
Right. Okay.
And it's like the tone of the movie is very dark and,
Horror as a genre has never really been something that I've been interested in. I watched Candyman. I watched Freddy Krueger. I watched Leprechaun.
In the Hood?
In the Hood. I had to see that. I've seen Tales from the Hood. Have you
seen Snoop Dogg Hood of Horrors?
I haven't seen Snoop Dogg Hood of Horrors. But Snoop has done a little bit of everything. But I haven't seen it. What else have I seen? I've seen the fucking
The Exorcist?
Scary Movie.
Scary Movie is not a scary movie. Scream.
The Wayans are doing Scary Movie.
Yeah.
So, scary movies are funny.
It's a spoof.
It's a spoof, right?
Yeah, so they did Scary Movie 1 and Scary Movie 2. Then, as they were saying, is it Paramount that are making them or Dimension, whatever? They took it away. The Weinsteins, basically. They took away, because in the negotiating table, so Scary Movie 3, 4, and 5 were not the Wayans brothers.
Right. Okay, so now I got you now. Well, it's going to be funny. It's going to be funny, scary. Boys in the Hood should have been a scary movie. I could, 200 niggas could die in a movie and it's not a scary movie. But 3 white people die in a movie and all of a sudden it's a horror film. Why is it horrible when 3 white people die, but 250 black people died in Amistad and that's not a horror film? Amistad should have been a horror film, dog. We talking shiploads of niggas dying.
12 Years of Slaves.
12 Years of Slaves. Death everywhere. It's not a horror film. How, when 2 white people get stabbed to death, it's a horror, but when 500 slaves die, it's, what do they call it?
It's a period piece.
It's a period piece. Black death don't constitute horror. It's horrible when black people die, just like it's horrible when white people die. Sunset Park should have been a horror film. It's got to be 1,000 black deaths for them to consider it a horror film. But let one teenage white bitch die, and it's a horror film now. It's a crazy world out here. I'm joking with you.
Well,
shout out to Candyman. Rest in peace.
Talking about crazy world, the 2024 elections have ended, and we have a winner.
Kamala Harris is not the president. Incredible.
The funny thing is, Trump is 2-0 against women candidates.
Yeah, he's picking easy wins. It's like it's like a father trying out for his daughter's basketball team. Like, you know, he's gonna make the team. He's probably going to be the team captain. He's going to lead them in scoring, rebounding. I mean, look, Kamala Harris is a very smart woman. But I'm going to just say what people don't want to say. From a black male perspective, it is hard to trust a woman in leadership, specifically when she's black. Not because she's not capable of leading us, because we have some great female leaders, but in most of our lives as black men, when a woman has power over us, we don't get the best results. You know I'm telling the truth. Look what happens when black women get a little bit of power. I'm not speaking for all of them. I'm just speaking on ones that gain a little bit of power. Look at Jennifer Hudson. When she first blew up and became an iconic pop star who I'm a fan of, her husband was a janitor at a local high school. As soon as she ran the bag up, she kicked dude to the curb. Oprah Stedman. I met Stedman. He's a cool dude. I'm a fan of Oprah. I don't never see them together, and they've been together 50 years, it seems like.
Couldn't give him a show or anything?
How come your homegirl Gail get a show, but Stedman don't get a show? How come Stedman ain't reaping the same benefits as your homegirl? That's because when black women get power, they despise everything that's weaker than them. A man making less money than his woman in the wrong woman's brain is a weakness to her. Period, point blank. We can go down the list. Venus Serena.
Serena, right, got pregnant by a white guy?
There we go. Because she has power. If she was big booty Serena that lived in Compton her whole life, she would not be fucking with no white boy. But because she has money, I believe that there is a jaded disdain and disrespect for things that they view as being lesser.
Malika Andrews, dating a white boy.
Dating a white boy. She got a little power. What does she do again?
She's ESPN reporter. She's the one that kind of got Rachel Nichols fired.
See what I'm saying? Getting rid of the competition.
But before you go into your tangent, you're aware that black...
Cheryl Swoops left her husband for a woman, one of her coaches, a female coach. She had more status. You knew it was coming. If you a black man or a non-white man and your woman attains more status than you financially or socially, your relationship is in jeopardy, and she's going to cheat with the first thing that she views as being stronger than you, and you can't do nothing about it. Go ahead.
The percentages say that Kamala got like 80% of the black vote, including men.
Right.
So she didn't lose because of the black male vote.
Why'd she lose?
The Hispanics didn't help. I'll tell you that. It was kind of like 56% Democrat, 44% Trump, and then like the white majority Trump.
Yeah, I gotta see. 80% of black people voted for her. Even if 100% of black people voted for her, she wouldn't have been able to win. We're only 13% of the population. You get what I'm saying? So it's more than that. The Hispanic vote, look, man, machismo culture. Spanish men do not take kindly to women in positions of power.
We do not.
It's just a part of the culture. There's no way that's ever going to happen in that community. I don't care if it was a Spanish woman. They're not going to. It's just not a part of the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, in that culture, they get women tatted on their arms. They get naked. They get women tatted on them so they can know where they are at all times. But no, I'm joking. They lost the Hispanic votes. Definitely lost the Asian vote too, right?
Probably. I need to look into it, but I saw that the Native Americans voted like 67% Trump. Trump kicked their ass. Like he won the popular vote by like 6, 7. It was a pretty big victory.
I mean, let's be honest. He just was more interesting than Kamala.
But other things that we need to talk about is
Prop 36. If you're a criminal in the state of California, you better be careful. I was informed by the big homie that Prop 36 was passed right under your nose. Prop 36 is going to turn petty crimes into felonies. You ever hear about these guys in Oakland that are bipping cars, breaking the windows and grabbing luggage and purses out of people's cars? Mm-hmm. Well, that is now a felony with a minimum 5-year sentence. If you have priors, it could be a minimum 10-year sentence. They're also upping petty drug cases from misdemeanors to felonies as well. They introduced a new category of felony called I'm going to tell you right now.
And when does this law pass at it takes hold in 2025 or right now?
Right now. Prop 36. Well, maybe 2025. You might be right. Prop 36, man. Doing petty crimes is now going to be a petty theft. Certain petty theft crimes are now going to be a felony, man. So you better watch what you do and who you do it with, because, you know, this is a lot of shit going on that y'all got to be careful about. What else? Here's the thing about Kamala winning that I want to talk about, because this is a Christian country. Most people here are Christians. And what people don't understand is that a woman being president goes against the Bible. God doesn't want women to run the world. Not me. It's God. You think I'm lying? Let's go to the scripture. Timothy 2:11 verse 12 says that let a woman learn quietly with all submissiveness, and I do not permit a woman to teach or to exercise authority over a man. Rather, she is to remain quiet. Isn't that crazy?
A little.
If she would have won, God would have been upset. Jesus didn't want Kamala to win. Hey, Zeus, put a stop to this. You ever read that scripture?
Maybe Jesus was the one who stopped the bullet.
He definitely stopped the bullet. He here's another scripture, Corinthians 14:34 through 35. The woman should keep silent in the churches, for they are not permitted to speak, but should be in submission, as the law also says. If there is anything they desire to learn, let them ask their husbands at home, for it is shameful for a woman to speak in church. God don't even want you talking in church, let alone on TV in front of the country. I'm not saying I agree with this, but I'm saying if you're a churchy motherfucker, this is what the Bible is telling you about what's going on. What you thinking, bro?
I don't know, man.
You don't like it?
I'm cool with it. I wasn't a big Kamala fan because personally, I felt like she was force-fed into us. Like, I'm not a Democrat or Republican, but, like, you know, Donald Trump is hard for me to vote for him for, you know, X, Y reason. I hope he brings back the economy.
I like Kamala better as a wrestler.
But, you know, like, she wasn't elected. She wasn't a Democrat elect.
For the WWF. Go ahead.
She wasn't a Democrat elect. Joe Biden stayed on the race, and then when it was too late, he dropped out, and they brought her in. So the Democrat, like, people didn't vote for her to run for president.
Right.
She wouldn't have gotten the vote. She would have lost in the primaries. So I feel like that's a major reason why ultimately she lost.
Hey, I'm with you. And scripture number 3, which is the reason why God didn't want Kamala to win the presidency, is because in Ephesians 5:20 through 24, it says, "Wives, submit to your own husbands as to the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, his body, and himself, and its Savior. Now as the church submits to Christ, so also wives should submit to everything their husbands say."
Now, something I do want to add about the Hispanic vote.
Talk about it.
There's the Puerto Rican vote, and then there's the Mexican vote.
Well, that's two totally different demographics.
So the women dynamic is different. Puerto Rican women can be bitchy. They'll speak their mind. They will not shut the fuck up about it, you know? But in Mexico, even though there are the exceptions, gender roles are very decided. So when you go to a cookout, men sit on the one side, women sit on the other side. When the food is ready, the women serve it and bring it to their men.
Right. Well, I mean, look, Puerto Rico is basically America, so I get that. But when it comes down to it, Puerto Rico is a very religious place as well, right?
Somewhat.
Christians, Catholicism, both things.
Yeah, I think I was raised Catholic.
So at the end of the day, this Bible says that Kamala should sit her ass down. Now, I'm not saying I agree or I disagree. I'm just stating the facts. Do you guys think a woman president is going against God? Comment below. God, God, God.
However, the elections happened in Puerto Rico for governor.
Right.
A woman won.
What's her name?
What is his fucking name? I'll find her name soon. But
that's cool.
But the thing is, she was in the party of, like, you know, like a party that always wins.
Right.
So she, you know, it was more of a cakewalk for her to win.
Right.
But you know who's feeling good about Trump winning?
Ooh.
Tony Hinchcliffe.
Tony. Shout out to Tony. I know Tony. He's a funny guy. What did Tony Hinchcliffe say about Trump winning?
Oh, no. Not about so much Trump winning, but, you know, during the Madison Square Garden when he said, like, Puerto Rico was an island of garbage. Right. And a lot of people were saying, like, oh, that's going to cost him the election.
It didn't.
It didn't.
And it was a joke. It was a fucking joke. That's what he does. He trolls.
Why would they bring him on a political thing? I just don't get it.
I mean, they understand how big roast culture is now. Roast culture is huge. Roast culture matters now. People want to laugh, dog.
Podcasts matter now. People are saying that because Kamala didn't go on Joe Rogan, that's one of the major deciding factors of her not winning.
Right. Yeah,
because she didn't want to do a 3-hour interview.
She didn't want to do it.
No, because she wanted to do an hour, and she didn't want to do it in that location. So Joe Rogan said, nah. Because Joe Rogan wanted to do it in his studio for 3 hours, similar as Trump.
Right.
Well, like maybe 2 hours and a half. But you know that format that he has that is very loose. It's not like, you know, very constricted. Because she did Shannon Sharp, but it was like an hour.
Oh, she was on Shannon Sharp?
Yeah.
That's wild. That's some... She was on Shannon Sharp. I got to go watch that now. Podcasts are powerful, man. Shannon Sharp had a presidential candidate on his podcast. That is amazing.
Aiden Ross, the streamer, had Trump. A streamer.
Wow. What are we doing wrong, Kraig Factors? What are we doing wrong? Because I don't do a lot of guests, but I would have loved to have had a president on my show. What are we doing wrong?
I don't know who you contact or...
You know how many nobodies I let come be on my show?
I'm one right
no,
here.
you're not nobody. I let a lot of nobodies come on here and try to be somebodies. I could at least get a presidential candidate to grace the screen with me. Now, some people I tell you, why are you calling people nobody? You ain't nobody. I'm referring to me, too. I'm a nobody trying to be somebody. But I've had absolute nobodies on my show, and Shannon Sharp has been doing this podcast for a year and has had a presidential candidate on his show. I can't do nothing but show mad respect to the man. That's dope. That is freaking dope.
All the Smoke had come out too.
All the Smoke?
Yeah.
Them niggas?
Yeah.
Wow. What am I doing wrong? Should I change the name of the show to Some of the Smoke or Partial Smoke? Nigga, can I get a candidate? I can't even get the president from Papua New Guinea to do my show. I've been texting and emailing this nigga for 6 months. He will not return my call. But Kamala goes on All the Smoke? Fuck podcasting. I can't believe this shit, man. What did they ask her? Who's better, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant? 1A, 1B. What the fuck could they ask her? They're retired NBA players. Them niggas, I love them niggas, but fuck them niggas in podcasting. Help my shit grow.
She was on Call Her Daddy by Alex Cooper. That's now.
Who is Alex Cooper?
It's like is one of the top 5 podcasts out. She's a white girl.
White girls always get special shit.
Like the Haktua girl.
She has a podcast?
Yeah.
And the president was on her podcast?
No, not the president.
I was about to break all these cameras if that bitch.
Yeah, but she already has her podcast on YouTube already has over 125,000 subscribers. And she's meeting all type of people. This
is such a bandwagon ass industry. Why do we choose this industry, man?
Huh? I don't know.
Did we make a mistake, Alejandro?
I think so. I swear to God, because I'm like looking at my other classmates who decided, maybe to go to medical school, become lawyers. And I'm like, this is like the flashy, cool thing to do. But I'm 30 now.
Yeah. I'm older than 30.
And I don't want them to make more money than me, but I don't know.
I mean, I don't care what somebody else makes. I'm happy for everybody. But this is what I will tell people who are thinking about getting into entertainment. You better love it, man, because it's a weird industry where people love you one day, hate you the next, cool with you one day, turn on you the next, use you for shit that they want, then turn on you. It's like being a DJ. It's an industry full of turntables. The tables are always turning. You gotta constantly be ready to pivot, man, because you can have all your eggs in a basket, and then they start making other kind of baskets. You gotta stay on your shit. God.
Like Lil Wayne is still crying about about not getting picked in the Super Bowl.
Lil Wayne's still mad he didn't get picked to do the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah, he was in a concert the other day, and he was saying like, "Oh man, they took it away from me."
Really?
Yeah. With the he was in a concert with the Hot Boys. Now this was like a couple weeks back, but yeah.
I mean, I feel him. He's a New Orleans guy to the heart. That don't make no sense. I mean, who they have perform at the Super Bowl halftime show?
It's gonna be Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick. I mean, hey, it is what it is. Kendrick is that man. Right, he's the man right now. So
to quote him exactly, I worked my ass off to get that fucking position, and it was ripped away from me.
I hope you don't think Kendrick ripped it from him.
I don't know who he thinks ripped him away from him.
I respect the competitiveness, but I mean, at the end of the day, Kendrick is hot, and that's what it is. Shout out to Kendrick.
Also, Young Thug is free. We haven't talked about that yet.
Young Thug is out.
Yeah.
Hey, man, shout out to Young Thug. Those stipulations are incredible, good guy. I hope you can keep your ass out of jail. They say they want you out of the metropolitan Atlanta area, and that's cool. But they also mandated him to throw like 3 or 4 free concerts in Atlanta as well, right?
Yeah, it kind of contradicts itself, but yeah, he has to come back and do like concerts like for the kids, for the youth.
So let me get this straight, Atlanta. You don't want me here, but you want me here at the same time? You don't want me in Atlanta, but you want me to throw a concert in Atlanta that you can benefit from at the same time. Watch it, Young Thug. They setting traps, bro.
15-year probation.
That's a lot of probation, man. Watch it. Be safe. Stay away from them cats you was fucking with before you went in. And if people think you owe them something, tell them to get it from God. God, God, God.
Okay, and another thing that we haven't talked about since, we've been on our little trip. Drake. What do you feel about Drake mean mugging DeMar DeRozen?
Drake had the mug on for DeMar DeRozen. But let me tell you something, Drake. You don't want that fade from Leatherface. Look at DeMar DeRozen's face. He looks like a Freddy Krueger Black Panther. He looks like Greg Popovich as a young guy. Have you seen DeMar's face?
Yeah, he has Edward James Olmos face.
He has Edward James Olmos face. He looks like peanut brittle. You don't want to fight a Leatherface, Drake. They don't play around. It ain't going to be no pandering. They fight to kill. First thought is last resort. DeMar DeRozen will try to bite your, what's his name?
DeMar
DeRozen will try to bite your jugular out your neck. When they look like that, they jugular biters. They practice vampirisms. Type of motherfucker can lick his own Adam's apple. When they look like that, it's something going, there's snake in his bloodline. They don't chew when they look like that. They eat like a snake. They swallow things whole. They choke it out and swallow things whole when they look like that Popovich face shit that's going on with, what's his name?
DeMar DeRozen.
And you're not ready for that, Drake? Come on, man. You're a middle class dude that's a great talent, but you're not ready for that Compton, DeMar DeRozen, Compton High Tar Baby beef, man. Have you been to Compton High where he went? Have you been in the locker rooms? They don't even have showers in the Compton High locker rooms. These niggas bird bath after the game. They bird bath in the same sink they drink water from. He went to Compton High. He's a Compton High Tar Baby. Drake, you're not ready for that. There's nothing like that in Toronto, guy. DeMar, it will beat the. How you mad dogging somebody you can't whoop?
Well, does he have, a reason to be mad?
What's the reason? Because he went to the concert and was in the video?
Yeah, in the video mostly. And he was on stage too, singing and dancing to the pedophile song.
I mean, I'm with Drake. And don't call me no pedophile. I ain't no pedophile. So I'm with that. If he was angry about that, I can understand it. But if he felt like he was just going to come there and bully DeMar, I don't think you can whoop DeMar. If you can, maybe I'm wrong. But I get that, showing up and being like, hey, man, this dude called me a pedophile. I ain't no pedophile, dog. I get that. But the mad dogging is him trying to intimidate him. Why wouldn't he talk to him like a man? You know what I'm saying?
He was with Chubbs, his right-hand man. Intimidating.
Shout out to Chubbs. I ain't got nothing to say about Chubbs. Heard Chubbs will blow your motherfucking head off. Chubbs, this is between Drake and DeMar. Stay out of this, man. Because let me tell you something. You a street nigga, dog. You a street nigga, man. The streets and NBA beef don't mix. They should do a jump ball to get over the beef. You know what I'm saying? Drake and DeMar do a jump ball. Or maybe they should have a free throw shooting. I don't know what they should do. But, Drake, this ain't a good look for you, man. Canada needs you, Drake. And I just end it that way. God.
Okay, NBA. Have you been keeping up with the season?
Partially.
So, one of the big shockers so far, Cavaliers are 10-0.
Hey, they gave Garland that contract, $180 million. They got what's the two guards' name?
Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell. They got a good young big man from USC. What's his name?
Evan Mobley.
Evan Mobley. They have an identity. They play hard. They can shoot. They're killer off the dribble. Shout out to the Cleveland Cavaliers. They are going to be a problem this year.
Darius Garland, better than LaMelo?
No.
LaMelo is killing. He's scoring like 30 points a game.
Bro, he averaging like, 32 a game right now?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
What is it specifically?
Okay. And their record is 4-5 as of today.
Oh, they lost today?
So today he's scoring 28.4 points a game, 5 rebounds, 6 assists on 44.5 field goal percentage.
That's good.
Yeah.
Those are MVP numbers.
The shooting percentage could be better.
I mean, 44% from three?
No, from the field.
I mean, it could be better, but he shoots a lot of jumpers. What about from three-point range?
Let me get him. Give me a... So 3-point percentage so far is 39.4.
That's okay.
That's pretty good. From three is good.
Yeah, I mean, five percentage points between a 2-point field goal and a 3-point field goal is really good.
So currently the standings, right? Cavaliers 10-0, Celtics 8-2, and then a bunch of teams in the middle like the Knicks, Pacers, Hornets with 4-5, 4-4. And then on the other side, the Suns and Thunder 8-1, respectively, and the Warriors are 7-2. Now the Lakers are 4-4, but they're winning the game today, so they're probably going to be 5-4.
Oh wow! Shout out to the Lakers. That's my team. Speaking of the Lakers, it looks like Redick is benching D'Lo.
Yeah, he doesn't seem too happy with him.
Why? Shot selection? Who knows? But I hate coaches that are animated when you do something wrong on the bench. I don't mind being yelled at, but with the whole body language and all that other stuff, you could tell that there's something else going on. There's been some type of conflict or beef before. And JJ, man up, man. Stop with the weak-ass body language. If your players was giving you that type of body language, you would have an issue. Do not try to embarrass this man or defame him because you don't want him to start anymore. If you don't want him on the team no more, just trade him. But don't stop with the white boy antics. All this shit here and all that's some goofy shit, man. Stop it. Look at this clip.
But sticking with sports, the NFL. What have you thought about the first half of the NFL season? The Kansas City Chiefs are still undefeated. But most importantly, a game that happened yesterday, Lamar Jackson beat the Cincinnati Bengals. And he's 6-1 against Joe Burrow. Yet, it feels like they always want to crown Joe Burrow as a better quarterback.
Yeah, that's interesting. We know why. But, I mean, what's the Ravens' record this year?
There's 6-3.
Man.
And they're saying, like, right now, Lamar Jackson is the front runner to win the MVP, which will be his third MVP. My bad. Ravens are 7-3.
7-3. How is he the front runner when the Chiefs are undefeated?
Because the Chiefs are winning, but they're not winning because of Mahomes. Like, he's managing the game, and anytime the game is close, he always finishes off. But the stats that Lamar Jackson has is just way better.
Oh.
Like, he already has 24 touchdowns passing.
Really?
Yeah.
He's murdering. I think it's incredible, man. Shout out to Lamar Jackson. I hope you get a Super Bowl this year. I mean, you know, sometimes players come in the right pause. Sometimes players play during the right time. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can be ahead of your time. And Lamar Jackson came into the NFL at the right time. He should be thankful and pay homage to the Mike Vicks, the Randall Cunninghams, the Steve McNairs, all these quarterbacks who probably had to fight a little bit harder to get the respect of their teams in the media, because being a mobile quarterback wasn't something that was highly heralded. And then if you did it well, they were always looking for reasons to get you playing running back or receiver. So I say all that to say, man, we're proud of you. I guess we're proud of you, motherfucker. Keep doing your thing.
How does the black community feel about Mahomes?
I've never heard niggas talk about him.
But like, is he? Because you seen the white side of his family. Right. You seen his wife. Did you see the video of his dad like getting arrested for the DUI?
No, I haven't seen it.
And then he basically talks to the cop. He's like, "Come on, man! Like, my son is gonna play in the Super Bowl. Like, do me the solid. I don't want the distraction." But it didn't help. He still got arrested.
Right, because they didn't believe him. I mean, come on, dog. Patrick Mahomes, he is who he is. He's the Tiger Woods of football.
What does that mean?
That means he is one of us, and he's more influenced by the other half. You know what I'm saying? Like he's more comfortable in that space, in the middle American white space, and there's nothing wrong with that. He's just as much as a black man as anybody I know that's black, including myself. So it ain't no one way to be black. If that's what he identifies with, do what you do, man. But still, hopefully he is aware and involved in some way in the struggle of his people. And with all that money he's making, he could definitely help certain things. So hopefully he finds it in his heart to fuck with black people. Will he do it? Who knows? Because throwing a pass to a black wide receiver ain't fucking with black people. You know what I'm saying? It's plenty of stuff in Kansas City that could use his influence and money to make better. So
that Kansas City is one of the most dangerous cities as of today?
KC Mo is nothing to fuck with, dog. Them niggas in KC Mo are treacherous. For
like
sure.
Top 10. Like,
yeah.
It could be top 5. Because there's 2 cities in New Orleans that are in Missouri that are and Kansas City is one of them.
Well, see, you got Kansas City, Kansas, and you got Kansas City, Missouri. Both them bitches is cracking. So, yeah, man, I think it's interesting. But I got to do more research on Mahomes and what he does community-wise, because I could be wrong. He seems to be a cool kid. He does have a white wife and does identify more with his white side. But, I mean, who knows? We don't know him. We won't know him until he tells us who he is. So don't judge.
Now, my question is, let's say I stumble upon some money, some notoriety. Do I need to help out my fellow Puerto Ricans?
How much money we talking about?
In the millions.
How many millions?
5 figures, but more in the 10 million ballpark than the 50.
Yes. You're obligated, bro. You have to. Now, self-preservation is number one. You still got to do what you got to do for you and your family. But if you can be an inspiration to a younger version of you, it's the best thing to do. It's just the best thing to do.
Oh?
But you're not obligated.
Yeah, but it will be the right thing to do.
Yeah, it's right, because that's what this thing is about. It's each one teach one.
Well, something interesting, since with your relationship with Corey Holcomb, I saw his interview with Cam Newton, and he says something that is like very interesting, that they're never gonna pay you what you're truly worth, and that you cannot save everybody. They're not gonna give you enough to save everybody.
Right. This is true. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. I mean, I have that experience. I've had mild success podcasting. Nothing out of this world, but there are people who thought I should be here to save them and get them out of poverty. And people sometimes think that if they're around you, that they're obligated to what you're obligated to. So I understand that. And you can't save everybody. So people have to save themselves. That's it. That's all. It ain't nothing personal. It's not wrong if they don't save you. It's not right if they do save you. It's just a choice they make. But if they do or if they don't, it shouldn't be a reflection of how you feel about somebody. Stop hanging with somebody that you think is going to save you. Be a contributor at a high level. Put your foot into whatever it is you're participating in, and that effort you make will save you one day. But if you're looking for one particular person to do the saving, it ain't never going to happen. It ain't never going to happen. Your boy's always going to pick a woman to give the money to that he barely knows you. I mean, that he barely knows. That he barely knows you.
That's so true.
Dude's always going to break bread. You could be best friends with a motherfucker for 38 years. Make $10 million. He'll spend $500,000 on a bitch that he just met a month ago and talk shit about you because you want to borrow $1,000. That's just life. That's just the reality of things, man. Money is it's not a good thing. It's a great thing.
It's true, because I don't, like, sometimes in the moment you think about it, but as time passes, I never dwell on money that I spent on women. But people I let borrow money or other stuff, sometimes it lingers longer when it's a man.
Yeah. Because there's this thing, like, where every man wants to be taken serious, and if you tell me you're going to pay me back and you don't, it causes a fury that that I felt, that we've all felt. But we give women passes because women aren't threats. Other men are threats to each other. So someone not doing what they say, in most cases, can lead to other things. You know what I'm saying? So, but here's the thing too. There's a difference between being paid and being paid what you're worth. Nobody ever cries when they're paid more than what they're worth. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. 'Cause there's a monetary value to everything. So, you know, some people may go on and be a guest on a podcast with no following, and their following warrants being paid zero. Then another person may sit in that same seat and their fucking following and influence may warrant them getting paid $50,000. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when you do business with people, that's why you can't mix business with personal, because the business is the business. What I have to do for my business is no reflection of how I feel about you personally, because you may not have the value you think you have. But it's fucked up when you find out that you're not as valuable as you think you are, and then you want to get mad at the person who's conducting the business. You feel what I'm saying? You want me to fuck myself, put myself in a terrible position because you don't understand your true value. Do you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It ain't right. And if you're dealing with somebody who conflates their friendship value to their business value, you got to get rid of that motherfucker immediately. You can't be nowhere around them, because that delusion can get deadly, because you're arguing with a fool. You can't, you know what dictates value? Your valuables, your accomplishments, not your ego and your belief in yourself. I know you believe you're the greatest of all time and you're better than me and better than everybody around me, but what do you have to reflect this? Nothing at all. Be wary of delusional people who think they're more valuable than they really are. If there's no tangibles to prove it, then there's no lyrics to that music. God.
Well, talking about saving people, Donald Trump, going back to, him winning, says that he will sign an executive order to end birthright citizenship for the children of illegal immigrants on his first day in office.
So illegal immigrants can't have abortions?
What?
What did you just say?
No, that birthright citizenship. You know how immigrants have kids in the United States and they immediately are American?
Yeah.
He said he's going to sign an executive order to end that.
That's crazy. That's wild. This man is... Bro, what are you doing, Donald Trump? Look, man, the babies ain't got shit to do with this, bro. You know what I'm saying? White people aren't breeding at a fast enough pace to make America as great as they think it is.
I saw an interview and it was like a white man talking to an Asian. Like, my apologies, I don't know who it was, but he was saying like the reason he's going for Trump is that what you're talking about, that white people are not producing, and we need a candidate that are gonna get rid of the thing that will make them a minority. Because if they let enough immigrants, Mexicans here, eventually white people are gonna be a minority. Self-preservation of their race.
I mean, white people are already the minority when it comes to numbers. You know what I'm saying? Especially in California. But multiculturalism is how the government or how high society relinquishes its responsibility or debt to society. You know what I'm saying? Because when shit trickles down from the top to the bottom, they let this multiculturalism or this competition for resources control the price of labor. Feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They import people from all over the world to do jobs that American citizens could do to remain in a position of power and save money. They will import you from India and pay you a third of the cost that they would have to pay us to do tech support and so on and so forth. So labor is how they control us and keep us poor.
And nowadays, I don't know if you noticed, but with every fucking thing, you're getting a robot immediately.
A robot?
Yeah. To talk to a fucking human, it takes like 5 minutes before you call in the bank, you get a fucking robot. You tech support, you get a fucking robot. And then like after 3 or 4 minutes, you get customer service.
Right. It's over. We used to think robots were actual robots. They do have actual robots too, but now they have AI, automated dialers, AI voices. Call centers are about to be done. Everything that lower, poor people use to survive work-wise is being taken away and automated. It's crazy.
I was by a Rally's, and this is like a year ago because I haven't eaten there in a minute. The person taking your order is a goddamn robot.
At Rally's?
Yeah, at the drive-thru.
Wow.
And he doesn't fuck up the order either.
That's crazy, dog. At Rally's? We come back, more Kraig Facts. God, 1 second. This nigga putting African beeswax oils on his neck. Iron Hood Haywood from the New Orleans Saints. Ironwood or Ironhead. Y'all know who it is. It's Big Bro.
You feel me? It's good, y'all.
Big Bro got that fullback body, man. That lead block body, that 4th and goal body.
Off good form. All good form. You feel me? Posture's great. You feel me? Yeah, buddy.
Me too, though. I'm 270, nigga. I got a 4th and goal body.
What's your posture like on the goal line?
I'm knocking everything in the B gap. It ain't nothing gonna be standing after I hit the B gap. Motherfucker, I ain't doing no juking or nothing. I got a 4th in inches body.
All his stick. All his stick
I
body.
am built for short yardage.
Michael Allstott ass nigga.
I'm good for 4 first downs a game. That's how I'm built. I'm guaranteed first down with inches to go. You know what I'm saying?
Michael Allstott.
Yeah, Mike Allstock built that. Hey, man.
Yeah.
You know you know what I'm talking about? No.
Nah.
So like in football, when there's 4th and inches or when there's like small yardage to score a touchdown, they have a goal line team or a short yardage team.
Mm-hmm.
That's all the biggest players. So you put your biggest linemen in, your biggest running backs, the people who weigh the most, because they could push the pile forward because they're heavier. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm saying he built like 4th and inches.
He put it right back on. He built like 4th and inches.
He built like, we gotta get this first down.
We gonna get this shit.
We need the most momentum we can get. How much momentum can we generate with one nigga? That's
On
it.
2.
Hut.
On 2.
So that's what I'm saying. But
You play football?
I played a little bit.
Soccer, football?
No, both.
Oh, okay.
they got football teams in Puerto Rico.
I play like Pee Wee, but I don't
They
like
have pee-wee football in Puerto Rico.
Yes,
I know that shit is garbage. Niggas,
flag,
pee-wee
it's all flag.
football in Puerto Rico.
We tackle.
What part of Puerto
There's
Rico?
no way.
Yeah, I played a little bit. I wasn't very good though.
What position? I bet you they was teaching the game wrong. Them niggas
Wide
them niggas
receiver
score a
and
touchdown and crack a
cornerback.
coconut. Bow. Why is this nigga eating plantains in the end zone? This nigga's playing the flip flops. Hold on. Why the tailback got flip flops on?
If you kick the ball too far, you're gonna fall
Why
into
all
the
the
river.
ugly bitches got
literally.
good hair? They Puerto Rican. Everybody got good hair in Puerto Rico.
So you was running back?
Even the dogs got good hair. Even donkeys got good hair on their ass in Puerto Rico. Everybody has good hair in Puerto Rico.
Man.
No, what you say, nigga?
Because of coconut juice?
Because
Because of coconuts.
there's no way that they have pee-wee football teams in Puerto Rico. I don't
Yeah.
even think they. I can't see it.
I played.
It was
What was
tag,
it? What
flag,
was the
or
name of the team? The
tackle?
Hombres or some shit?
The Falcons.
Give it up for the Hombres.
The Falcons.
There's no way.
We had the Falcons, the Cowboys, the Redskins,
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
In Puerto
And
Rico.
what position you play?
wide receiver, cornerback.
You had hands.
You got footage?
You had hands.
Yeah, I'll find a picture.
You had hands.
Bro, I don't know why I'm so ignorant, but I cannot picture them playing pee-wee football in Puerto Rico.
All right, what was the nicest Puerto Rican that made it to the league?
Dude, he played for the Giants, the receiver.
Oh,
Victor
Cruz,
Cruz.
but
Victor Cruz. He was Puerto
yeah.
Rican?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's a New Yorican.
Okay, he's he's Puerto Rican, right?
No, yeah, but he was raised in New York.
But we
It's
talking
different.
about-
The level of competition is different.
Right. In Puerto Rico, man, they got
Like, you're playing
Taino
against
Indians
trash.
playing quarterback.
Back
You're not-
home.
Yeah, back home in Puerto Rico,
Okay,
like
I
basically
give you that.
it's like a running back league.
But we
Give
still
it to the running
but
back,
we still
and then,
got to give it to him. Y'all playing more rugby back home.
no, it's still football. It's still like 11 against 11.
Okay.
Bro, they got
But the passing game is non-existent when I played.
But you was a receiver, so they wouldn't
Yeah,
even throw it to
exactly.
you.
It's like you only have one play a game.
they got one pass attempt for the season.
for the whole
That
season.
nigga was
6
crackback
yards.
blocking the whole, huh?
They call me good old
So
stone
Victor
hands.
Cruz was the nicest one that went.
That I can think
pro.
of, but there has to be somebody better.
Or even mixed. That was even. Does that count?
Mixed with Puerto Rican?
'Cause there's only one. If we say Victor Cruz, we haven't got nobody to compare him to.
Who else?
I think that's it. I can check Puerto
Look
Rican
up,
football
there's-
players.
What about in basketball?
There's been
Carlos
a couple.
Arroyo, JJ Barea.
I remember JJ.
Felipe, but he's Dominican, Felipe Lopez. There's been several, dog.
Carmelo Anthony has Puerto Rican blood. He has a Puerto Rican flag tattooed on his hand.
Right.
That
so
counts.
what about us in basketball?
You're not Puerto Rican unless Fat Joe approves of you, Carmelo. So we're going to see.
I think Fat Joe proving Melo, man.
I've never
Melo
seen
had
them
the
in
city,
public
man.
together, nigga. I've never seen Fat Joe and Carmelo. And look, Fat Joe be at all the Puerto Rican boxing matches. How come I've never seen him cheering for Carmelo? I don't think Carmelo Anthony's really got Puerto Rican in him.
What you think it is?
I think he was just saying that because he liked bitches with good hair.
What? Time out. In Puerto Rico, like a bunch of the public parks have Melo's sign on them.
Really?
Yeah.
At the basketball courts.
Yeah.
Show me a family member in Puerto Rico.
Is there a Victor Cruz mural in Puerto Rico?
There's not.
I'm just saying, I can show you footage of a rim in Puerto Rico that says Melo. That I can show you footage.
Like mellow down, like chill out.
No,
mellow.
like on like you know how here it says the Clippers?
Right.
They say Melo. There's a couple courts in Puerto Rico.
What do Puerto Ricans feel about him?
That's a good question.
I wish he would have played in the national team.
For like the Olympics?
Yeah, we made the Olympics this year.
That's hilarious. But look, okay, I give you that. Okay, y'all made the
We made
Olympics.
it.
Okay.
12 teams in the world.
But he was doing the dream team. He was playing for US.
Exactly, yeah.
But then that's
He's
the part where
not-
you be like,
Alvarado. We got Alvarado too. He's kind of like a New Yorker too.
What team he play for?
New Orleans. He's the pesty defender that always gets behind and taps the ball behind you.
Yeah, he hides on the right. Yeah, I mean, you know, shout out to Pee Wee football in Puerto Rico.
Shout out to Puerto Rico,
I had
man.
no idea it existed. I apologize. I love my Puerto Ricans. I just didn't think y'all had Pee Wee football. I would have guessed soccer, cricket,
Curling.
polo,
What about curling?
Curling. I'd have guessed anything but tackle, football. Y'all wore pads and helmets?
Look at it.
He's sending me some shit.
The Melo
That's
rim.
you?
Yeah, that's me against the Dolphins.
They got the real jerseys, dog. Look at this
Let me
shit.
see.
Are you number 5?
Yeah, I'm number 5.
This is real football in Puerto
Yes.
Rico.
Okay.
Dog, I never would have guessed.
You had no double drop. That's nice though. Yeah. What's up with your knee pads, man?
Oh man,
Cut those, man.
different times, man.
That's super. You ever score a touchdown?
No,
You played Pee Wee in the 80s.
How do they celebrate touchdowns in Puerto Rico?
just normally.
They break a piñata? Hey!
I don't know if I'm supposed to laugh at that one. I don't know if I'm supposed to laugh at that one.
Candy everywhere, candy.
It says candy.
Candy
He went to Dubai
everywhere
real
for
quick.
touchdown.
He went to the Middle East. He went to the Middle East.
I'm fucking with you, dog. Ay. He scored a touchdown.
With a banjo.
That is not Puerto Rican. That's
At
some
all.
other shit.
At
That's
all.
Mexican. That's
At
Mexican.
all.
Ay, ay,
That
ay,
shit's
ay.
other shit.
That ain't no Puerto Rican shit, man.
said
I know
that.
some Puerto Rican shit. That ain't Puerto Rican shit is like I give you some Puerto Rican shit.
Give me some Puerto Rican shit.
Give me some
Puerto
Puerto
Rican
Rican shit. Yeah,
Right, some real Puerto Rican shit, though.
yeah.
Okay, lean back. Now lean back. All my niggas in the pants, just pull up your pants and do the rock away. Now lean back. Now lean back. Now lean back. That's Puerto Rican.
I got another Puerto Rican football player, Isaiah Pacheco from the Kansas City Chiefs, the
kicker?
running back.
Isaiah Pacheco?
Ron Rivera.
Robert Rivera.
They're still active? These are active?
Did they play Pee Wee football in Puerto Rico?
That's key.
That's what we did.
That's key.
Did they play Pee
Because where
Wee
the fundamentals
football
coming from?
in Puerto Rico?
I don't think Ron Rivera was born in the U.S.
And do they got a black daddy? Because it don't count. A lot of Puerto Ricans that are good at sports got black daddies. They got to have a little a medium-sized Mexican looking daddy, a Puerto Rican. To really be I'm talking about to really be Puerto Rican, they got to have an above average sized Mexican looking daddy and make it to the NFL for me to acknowledge. For me to acknowledge Because that's what we're talking about. If they look like a nigga, they a nigga. They just in Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
but
why
if
they like to claim like they're not like they're not black?
I only acknowledge the Puerto Ricans that look like Mexicans that want to be niggas.
Yeah, there's different kinds of Puerto Ricans, right?
Yeah.
No,
Let's
there's
talk
not.
about it.
Yes, there is.
Let's talk about it.
There's only. Let's talk about it.
How many kinds?
There's the Terror Squad and nothing else.
There's 3.
All right, break. What's the first category?
What's the Terror Squad? I always get mad when I talk about Puerto Rico. Go ahead.
3. There's 3 categories.
What's the 3
What's
categories?
the first one?
Okay, number 1 is you,
What's me?
the
He said-
darkest of the dark.
Okay, keep. What does that mean, though? What? No. Let him define it first.
The darkest
Laugh
of the
is
dark.
infectious, bro. Look.
So there's you.
All right, so what does that mean?
Darkest of
Define
the
that.
dark.
That means there's more African blood in you. So Puerto Ricans are made up of three, you know.
This nigga's part pig. I don't know
Watch
where
this.
you
Watch
get
this.
the
Watch this. Go.
I'm fucking.
So Puerto Ricans are African, Taino, Native American, and Spanish from Spain.
Okay, and when did they become all 3 of those things?
Okay, so it started with
After New York Undercover.
Oh, we're going to the inception where it started?
After New York
we're going
Undercover,
through the inception.
nigga.
It started with the
When
with,
Detective Torres found that dope in New York Undercover and took it back to the precinct, that's Independence Day. He could have stole that dope, but he found that dope and took it back. And took it to the precinct and didn't steal none of that
He
fucking
said,
dope.
and none of that shit.
I'm fucking with you. I'm playing with you, dog.
All right, so where's the beginning?
the beginning is Native Americans, and then Columbus, when he discovered America, we were part of the America.
Why do we always start the beginning of history like in the 1500s?
I'm just saying, Native Americans lived
So you're talking-
Tainos.
but
Native-
That's when white people evolved
But you're
from
talking
monkeys.
about when the slavery part started and you start identifying what it is after the slavery. After
no,
the,
it starts with the Tainos, which are Native Americans.
but the Native Americans are awful African.
Are they? The Native Americans.
Because you got to think about they're nomads first and foremost, right? And when the earth was together with what they call it, the Pangea.
But were humans alive during the Pangea?
Yeah, we've been here.
I thought people. I have no idea. I wasn't there.
I wasn't either. But I'm saying so then how do we talk about the beginning then if none of us were there?
Okay, I can tell you about.
We have to start before the slavery started. We have to start there, at least before the
okay,
slavery started.
I can tell you-
before you had the native language that we know of today, which is
Spanish.
got to go before that because people existed before that.
Okay, so I can start with like the apocalypto part.
Okay, then let's do that.
It started with the natives.
That's a fair space to go.
I don't know how long they, but there's a lot of.
But that would be considered more Mexico and Central America, right?
Nah, there's different tribes. So I'm not sure, but they're
But
called
you know
the
about the era, more in that era.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Tainos.
Okay.
Then Spain came and then killed most of them. So once they killed most of them, they needed somebody for labor. So that's when they brought the African slaves in.
No.
When did Pee Wee
They
football
breed
start
it with
in
them? They
Puerto
didn't just
Rico?
kill. They breed it. They breed
When
it.
did Pee Wee football start in Puerto Rico?
What do you mean?
When anytime
Yeah, but they killed a lot of them too.
I'm not.
It's like the
Two
Native
things can be
Americans.
true at the same time. They did.
I
They
would
did.
say because there's more African blood in Puerto Rico than native blood.
What I'm saying is I'm trying to eliminate the whole slave part and go before they conquered. Identify who you are, because that's who you are. When people start mixing the bloodline and all of that,
My bloodline.
so that's the part where we say there's different kinds of Puerto Ricans, right?
Yeah.
There's a kind that don't even subscribe to the idea that you even have African in you at all, when all of them do. All of them do. And they have other things too.
That's where I would maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Let's go with the maybe. Let's go with
Because-
that. Okay, then all of them also have Native American blood in them. All of them do, right?
I wouldn't say all of them
Really?
because I'm pretty sure there's some of them who decided not to go to the darker side and
No.
stayed on the lighter side.
You can't determine that. We're talking about a time period. The time period determines what you're going to be. You're only as light-skinned as we are now because we're here in 2024. You didn't have a choice back then because that's what most of the people who populated were melanated people. That wasn't a choice. I'm going to be melanated or not. The only reason why they're not melanated because you got conquered. That's the only reason why you're melanated. You're not melanated as much because you got conquered.
What about the white Puerto Ricans? That's what I'm talking about. The white Puerto Ricans. They're not melanated at all.
You're speaking to my point because after you got conquered, there's now white Puerto Ricans that's mixed with the Spanish blood. What do you mean? White. What is white? There's no such thing as white or black.
Fair skinned people.
Spain, the people who conquered Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I don't understand.
The native language you're speaking. What is the native language you're speaking? It's not native. It's Spanish. Just from the Spaniards who came over and conquered you. You speak their language now.
So the conquerors, did they leave or did they stay?
They mixed in with you guys through time.
But
so you have Spanish. You have Spanish blood in you, as well as the language.
In economics, when you go to Puerto Rico and you see the nice houses, usually is owned by certain type of people. Usually the fair.
Well, we're not going to base the history on the people based on the real estate in current time. Those are irrelevant. That's irrelevant. Now, who owns properties and whatnot? We know where the history of the people were before there were houses on the hills. The people lived there first, indigenous people, before they were conquered multiple times. That's why there's forts and shit there.
What about Pee Wee football? Did Columbus bring Pee Wee football to Puerto Rico? I want this answer.
Bring it back to football, man.
No, but so basically what you're saying is white supremacy is alive and well in Puerto Rico.
Like there's colorism in the Americas, like the Caribbean, Argentina. If you check out the history of Argentina, Argentina is more colorist than even Puerto Rico.
Really?
Yeah, they got in trouble for a song they made because they beat France in the World Cup. So once they won the Copa America, they had like a song like making fun of like, oh, all the French players are imports. That their parents are from Ghana and all that stuff.
Oh, they were being racist, huh?
Yeah, I don't like Argentinians that much. But Argentinians tend to be on the fair side, and there's history behind them not allowing certain immigrants in and allowing other immigrants in.
Yeah, that's current day, right? That's current. You're talking about within the last 500 years, let's say. Or even 200, let's go, right? But people existed before that. And that's where you have to identify who you are from that time period, not for what we see today. Like what you could go visually see today and be like, oh, you guys are fair-skinned.
You ever got the test to see what part of Africa?
I never got the test. Where am I?
My brother got the test.
Really? What did it say? What did it say?
I think it was like 50% like Portuguese, Spain. 25%, I think, like West Africa. And 15% like native. And then like I have 0.006 Ashkenazi Jew.
Oh, wow.
I want to ask you a question. Where do they send those to? When you do the swab, who are we sending it to?
I have
the
no
government.
idea.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so they're just, okay, we're going to tell you what you are.
No, they want to know your blood type and what's going on with you. So when you die, they could learn they could send you to that pick apart. That human body pick apart in the back of the hospital.
Yeah, they got the pick apart spot.
Yeah, in the back, arms
it's like
and all.
Alameda or something.
Hey, pretty soon you're gonna die, and your family gonna see somebody walking around with your head. Like it's gonna get to that one day where people, you know what I mean, where arms and somebody got another person's arm, another person, you know what I mean. It's just gonna be like a fucking '87 Toyota Tercel, where you go to the fucking junkyard and.
You just get you a glove.
Get you a fender. You get somebody's arm.
Yeah.
Now you 5'8" with a Nigerian man's arm. You're a white man with a Nigerian arm.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Then you get gout in your leg, and they take that leg off and give you a Portuguese soccer player's goal kicking leg. You know what I mean? Like it's in 100 years, it's gonna be crazy, dog.
It's just crazy now.
A white man with a Nigerian dick.
That's hilarious. They literally try to do that shit.
Yeah, man. That's wild.
It was cutting motherfuckers off back. That was, what do they call it? Take off someone's head or dismember the bodies. It was doing that all day.
Yeah, maiming.
It was doing that all day.
Well, like the Nazis experimented a lot with,
Daimler is his name. That the scientist, the head scientist, the Nazi scientist / soldier that was doing all the experiments, turning people's skin into furniture and bones and chairs.
Wild shit. Yeah, it's wild.
He's a freaking piece of shit. Would you catch a fade with a nigga that chopped somebody's head off?
If I had to,
like you know, this nigga walked up on you tripping.
Well, listen, you catch a fade with anybody if you have to, but if you built a scenario like a nigga who cut, I would prefer not to.
How would you?
Huh? You gotta hit him with some Krav Maga or something. I mean,
I'm just saying, you know, he ain't gonna do nothing. You could probably whoop him too.
Yeah.
But you've confirmed that he's chopped off 2 heads.
Well, that wouldn't matter in the moment because as long as he ain't got the knife on him.
Do you know beforehand?
You know.
You know.
Probably not.
You gonna let it ride.
Even though he don't have a knife in his hand.
What did he do? What did he do to me?
He just running up on you to
just talking shit. But you know he's beefed with people in the past and he's chopped a head off of somebody's shoulders.
I feel if I was in a scenario where I had a gun and a legal right to shoot him, I would.
Right.
Otherwise, probably not.
That's almost what you have to do in life. There's some scenarios that are meant to try to chop your head off, but we approach them lightly, like they're just regular squabble, petty pat situations. When somebody tries to chop your head off in life, that is a very serious thing. You got to get as far away from those types of people as possible. There's so many different ways you could chop a motherfucking head off.
Really?
You can lie, try to destroy their reputation. That's trying to chop somebody's head off.
Guard your reputation at all costs.
At all costs. There's so many ways to chop somebody's head off. I mean, fucking, what do they call that when something is real but you act like it ain't real?
Gaslighting.
Illusion.
Not gaslighting. Invalidate. When something is truth and something is gospel and you care about somebody, you acknowledge that like, hey, man, that was some spiritual shit you just said or did, bro. Thank you.
In the moment.
You know what I'm saying? When you act like life-changing shit is regular, that's because you plan on chopping somebody's head off. You don't decide who's blessed in life. The only thing you get to decide as a human being is what you are, or not even what you are, but what you do and how you respond to what's done to you. But you don't get to decide whether somebody else is blessed or not. You the type of motherfucker that's going to end up trying to chop somebody's head off. Don't be scared to embarrass these types of niggas, man. You could chop a head off too. Carry you a bowling ball, an empty bowling ball bag around for chopped off heads of the head choppers. Because they're everywhere. Head chopper. When last time somebody tried to chop your head off?
I'd say within the last 3 months, for sure. 3-4 months.
Is that? Oh, really? What happened?
You know, come from different angles. It's just funny style movement for real. You know, patterns, behaviors. You notice these things,
right?
You know what I'm saying, and especially when third party gets involved with a 1v1. Right?
Right.
That's interference.
Yeah, them third parties.
Yeah, it's interference.
Some of these third parties are really the motherfucker trying to chop your head off. You know what I'm saying?
I think that happens all day long, man.
Third party, sometimes the convenient third party is likely the seed planter. It's why y'all beefing. You know what I'm saying? It could be, it couldn't be.
Could be. It's possible. That happens too.
Oh man, it's a cold game.
It happens so many different ways. Chopping your head off can come from different ways.
Motherfucker create some conflict and step to the side and to see how you deal with some beef they created.
It could be the shinobi sword, the Gensu knife.
Bro, it's so wild. It is so wild. The third party shit is, man.
Goofy too.
It's goof true. When last time somebody tried to chop your head off?
Well, when I worked in my past life, when I worked in a college and I was trying to become a professor, you know, and the manager on top of me. Like, she didn't have so much
I don't know if they were on top of you.
That's crazy.
That is wild.
You should have been on top of her, beating her shit up.
If anything, you know what I'm saying?
That's why she tried to set me.
Shit, Froggy
her
is son,
She didn't help me get the job, and I'm pretty sure that, you know, she kind of squandered it because they're gonna talk to her, you know, and if she gives the green light, most likely, I would be put in that position
To be a professor.
To be her position.
No, because I was in a position in a college where I'm an administrative coordinator. So I was dealing with students, but we didn't teach classes,
right?
Because I was like working in a film school. So I helped with permits and stuff and helping students during the whole COVID thing.
Oh, that's dope.
It is dope.
But then, you know, when I started, because I have like the degrees to become a professor there.
Right,
I started talking to other people, and they're like, "Oh, we can," you know, and started to talking to the people, the decision makers. But then, like, once we got to that point, it didn't come to fruition. But I know that she was a hater.
Oh wow!
How do you know that? What are some of the signs you saw that like that was a hater move?
Like, you know, like always wanting to know what you're doing, watching you.
What time did you get to work today?
Yeah.
You didn't clock in at the proper time. You had 3 minutes left.
You know we can't have coffee in here, right? That's a.
Why you didn't change the toner? Even though we have someone who comes and does that, we pay for every month.
You know, lunch is only 30 minutes, right?
And it's not on the company every week, but just this week we're gonna do it for you.
Oh, the dress code is when they're like really on your ass. You know, the dress code says we can't wear polos on Thursday, right? The dress code.
And you know, I heard you did that. But you know what? My mistake. You know,
You wore sandals to work 6 months ago. They want to see you in HR. The dress code is when the boss is on your ass. You ever got a dress code violation at work? What, you done had the right PPP on?
Yeah.
you done had your fire retardant.
Nah, this is some different shit. This is corporate America, right? So you're just not having that right tie or not having that tie.
They wrote you up.
No, there's a certain dress code.
Wait, you had a tie and they didn't like your tie?
Didn't have it. Like didn't have it on. Didn't have my complete uniform.
Is it over if they write you up for being musty?
That's crazy. If you're musty, you might want to address that. You know what I'm saying? Like figure that thing out. Damn.
You got 2 write-ups.
For being musty. That's a real thing now. You can complain. You're interfering with the work environment at that point.
But time out, have you noticed that, you know, Indian people tend to be musty?
I've noticed that. I think it's the food they eat, right?
You cannot call them out because it feels like
it's like a clean must. It's like ass soap.
What do you? Listen.
It's like ass
I just
soap.
feel like society, you cannot call them out.
Motherfuckers be smelling like ass
Uber,
soap.
Man, this nigga picked me up in the Uber. I'm going over the pass. That shit hit. Oh shit! I said, "Hey, roll the window down. Roll the window down, right?" He rolled the window down, and I'm just like, "Damn!" I'm trying to get the direct breeze right in my nostril. That's just heat coming off this man. I'm like, "Damn, dog! Like, what do I do?"
You got to stay there.
Yeah, like, what do I do? And I tried to hold the breath. I tried to do all these different things. And I was just smelling that shit, looking at the back of his head. I should fire on this nigga. This shit stank. Nah, I wasn't on that type of time. But I got up out of there, and I was like, damn, do I complain? You supposed to complain on the app or something. That was crazy. And then he had, like, some spray, but he didn't spray that motherfucker, man. This is weird. That shit was weird, man. This is all bad news bears.
Yeah,
man.
bad news bears. Nah, shout out to my Indian homies.
Shout out to my Sri Lankan homies and my Indian homies too, man. Shout out to my nigga
I just feel
Veronica,
like if you complain about Indians, it's sort of like racist.
I think if you complain about anybody in this day and age,
we're complaining about the Cleveland Indians.
Sensitivity, man.
Okay, what about you? What's the last thing you were written up for at work?
Basically, like I forgot to like put stuff that was going out, and then like they wrote an email like basically on. I was like, oh, like next time, like remember, like the students are taking something out, but they had put somebody else in charge technically, but then like I guess I should have overlooked it and forgot to tell people to do the job correctly.
Oh wow! What's the last thing I was written up? I got written up for. I used to work at this job, and we would get orders, and we would invoice customers. But when we invoiced them, the product was with the invoice. So we invoiced $40K worth of shit. And they had said that I'd get approval to send the invoice. I said, that's a motherfucking lie. But they couldn't find a motherfucker to corroborate my side of the story. So I got fired for sending 25 grand worth of shit to an address that wasn't in the computer, actually. And I don't know how that happened. But that wasn't on me. Because that bitch called in. She knew the account number and everything. So what was I supposed to do?
Send it out. Invoice the bitch.
I invoiced the bitch. They called me. It's called me 15 grand.
She want the product.
How's that my fault?
She want the product.
She called me, dialed my desk, and said, hey, 15 grand. And I said, I've been doing it all day? Why y'all tripping on this little punk ass 15 grand? That's all in my write-up. You know, when you do the write-up, they document that what was said. I'm like, yeah, 15 grand, bitch.
They take minutes and shit.
Hell yeah, they fired me a couple weeks later. Fuck them. Bitch ass job.
Well, talking about being fired, and since we're talking about Africa, did you hear the Equatorial Guinea scandal that was going on?
What happened?
Let's put this together. So,
yeah. Equatorial Guinea.
Ecuador.
No, Equatorial Guinea.
Guinea is the country.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's this guy who was kind of like in the financial side, Baltasar Ngoga. And he was being investigated for...
This nigga sounds like a Power Ranger.
Like he's Yiddish.
Yeah, like a Power Ranger monster. Say his name again.
Vancor.
Baltasar Ngoga.
That's a Power Ranger monster. Baltasar.
Baltasar Ngoga. I think that's how you say it. This is how it's spelled.
I'm going to take your word for it, man. Yeah. Ngoga.
Baltasar.
Anywho... They were investigating his files for, corruption, but they found 400 videotapes of him having sex with women. And some of the women were the wives of, like, major political figures.
They found 400 tapes of him fucking bitches.
Yeah. And fucking spouses of high-ranking officials.
Really?
Yeah. He got fired recently.
Wow, boy.
That's cold to fuck your coworker's wife.
No condom either.
Really? The pregnancy?
Yeah, he's in Ecuador, nigga. They don't use condoms.
They use lambskin.
In Central America, they use dead caterpillars, nigga. And if ain't no more dead caterpillars, then it ain't no safe sex being had, nigga. Where's all the butterflies? Prophylactics. That's what happened to all the butterflies. We're in Ecuador, nigga. We use dead caterpillars to protect us from venereal diseases.
So here's a list of some of the women.
Who's going to de-gut this caterpillar? We got to get the guts out this caterpillar so I can fuck this bitch tonight.
With this prophylactic.
How you get the guts out of a dead caterpillar? Go ahead.
The wife of the director of the president's security, the attorney general's wife, the daughter of the director general of police, the wife of his pastor's little brother, his godfather's wife, and list goes on and on. He was banging.
He was blackmailing people, man.
He had to be.
I mean, your game ain't that strong, but I don't even know.
How do you even know your pastor's little brother's wife?
Small country.
Do you know your pastor's little brother's wife?
No.
What's your pastor's name?
Jonathan Majors. He made that shit up. I got no pastor, nigga.
What's your pastor's name? If you're over 40 with a pastor, you're a homosexual.
I don't got no pastor, nigga.
Real niggas don't have pastors, okay? That's some shit that women and junior high students have. A pastor. I wish a nigga would. I'm passing on a pastor. I pass.
On the pastor.
On the pastor, period. What was you saying? What's your pastor's name?
I don't have a pastor. I haven't gone to church like in 20 years.
What about in Puerto Rico?
Catholic?
I haven't gone to church.
Are they Catholic?
I was raised Catholic. First communion, baptized, but that's about it.
Okay.
Then we stopped going to church.
But predominantly back in Puerto Rico is what?
I think Catholic.
Right, Catholic, yeah.
Well, that's crazy.
We don't got
Yeah, he was blackmailing niggas for sure.
Why you got to fuck all these people's wives? He's not a good person.
Yeah, film it, huh? That's wild too.
Yeah, but who is worse, him or the women? I think the women are
His
worse.
murder game must have been crazy. He's probably putting down. People's in fear, man.
He had to be. That's some
His
Saddam
murder
Hussein
game had to be
shit.
crazy.
That's some Saddam Hussein shit.
You seen The Devil's Double about his son?
No.
The Devil's Double? About Saddam Hussein's son.
The TV show?
It's
The movie.
It's a documentary. You seen it?
No, but I've heard about it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Is it?
He was a wild cat.
Yeah, I seen
Pops.
footage in
He had a
that
double, so he wouldn't
HBO series. He was at the table, him and all.
What do you
his
mean he
kids.
had a double?
He was so wild that motherfuckers was trying to kill this motherfucker. So he was partying, breaking rules. So he would just have a double to pretend it was him. So that double get murked, and he could still do what he do.
Yeah, he was having people change their faces and all type of shit.
He just found a dude. He went to found the dude. They searched for a minute that looks like him.
Really?
They vetted they was vetting and found
Oh wow.
And I mean, it's been a while since I've seen it, but maybe having one or two things altered to look wasn't far fetched. He was on that type of time too.
Oh wow.
Probably would have did. It wasn't that bad. Yeah, it's a good movie though. On there, he fucked his cousin's wife or something. You know, they had to be virgins.
Right.
So he pretty much raped her and then couldn't marry the girl because she
wasn't. Oh, that's crazy.
pure or whatever.
That's wild. Saddam is fucked up.
Son.
That's crazy. We'll be right back. God. Are we
Freedom of
just
speech.
having fun? New song?
You heard that shit?
I ain't heard it.
Like Toby's new album?
I didn't listen to it yet.
No?
Toby New Member Way?
Yeah, with Mint Green. Fire, man. Like track 2, 3,
See
4.
MF Doom shit right now, huh?
Just a little bit. Doing shit, MF.
Over is over, man.
Terror.
No, it ain't.
They should
But it's a
bring
rave.
They should bring COVID back, man.
It is. Trump might bring it back.
COVID,
no?
man.
Huh?
Think Trump might bring COVID back?
COVID was cool.
He
Huh?
come back like it's on schedule. Like,
Yeah.
turn it on. Let's go. COVID time.
Yeah, new pandemic. This is
I think if we react differently,
Why haven't all your relationships worked, Alejandro?
Because I never wanted to settle down. I never took settling down. Makes sense?
You never took settling down.
Is that a class?
never settled down. Settling
I
down.
never settling down.
All my relationships, the girls have had to push me to get into it. Sort of. Like, sway me into committing. I'm not a committer.
You've never willfully conceded to one yet.
Yeah. Come here, be my world, all that stuff. Never proposed, none of that.
You never have been romantic with a woman?
I've been romantic.
What is romance?
Romance is
dinner.
being a sucker with chocolates in your hand. Romance is a sucker with a sweet tooth. You know what I'm saying?
Romance.
A sucker has seized candy. What is it?
It was romance. I'm asking the room.
Romance is
A
sugar on a
cheat
stick.
code, if your girl is ever mad at you, just buy some flowers. They love flowers.
Flowers. But if you say you buy her flowers all the time,
I bought my bitch some fireworks, the flower fireworks. When you light them and that's the type of flowers I bought her.
Buy her a plant. Flowers gonna die.
they could turn into potpourri.
Isn't a flower a plant?
It's a dead plant.
That's deep. Why do they put it in water if it's dead?
To try to preserve it for next week, just for a week, just so when you get it, it ain't dead. It don't look dead.
It's a cheat code,
Be
nonetheless.
romantic with the bras and shit, Damien.
Yeah, I tend to. I try to. If I'm into her, yeah.
You ever crack a bitch crab legs?
cracked a bitch. Never cracked a bitch's crab leg.
Give me that.
I'll do double dip it in butter for her.
What's your first date budget? I'm not exceeding this number.
$32.
I mean, I just think any date in general, I think first should be.
I will pick a bitch up and we'll eat in the car in front of her house.
Talk.
We gonna talk and eat this peanut butter and jelly, but we gonna make it. I don't have no budget restrictions. It all depends on what I feel like, what God tells me. You feel me?
Yeah, that's true.
I know this. I know. I mean, the older you get, you date different and shit. It's less about impressing a woman and more about getting to know her. You feel me?
Go back them layers.
Boy, let me take
immediately, as soon as you can.
Immediately. Let's get uncomfortable.
Immediately.
Why are you single? Okay. How long have you been single? Is this a choice? How many times you been pregnant and lost it?
Are you a virgin?
Have you ever messed with a woman? Are you messing with women too because of sexual trauma from childhood?
Have you ever took a thumb up your butt?
Have you been molested?
Okay, so I have a date this Sunday.
Where
Should
you
I,
taking her?
a first date, should I lead with those questions?
No, where did you meet her at?
What kind of woman? What race?
Online.
Okay, is it just so you never seen her in person before?
Never seen her in
Video chat?
photos and videos.
Yeah, the video. She look real like the pictures in the video?
I don't know. She looks
White,
okay.
black, Mexican, what?
White. This one is white, Ukrainian, Russian.
Oh, do you
So she thick.
do you
She's
like-
No, she's skinny. She's skinny.
do you like the pictures you see?
Hey, they're all right.
Did you like the video chat? So you're not enthused at all. It's just something you're doing.
I was just bored this week, so
You
I
saw-
just,
then
I
you
just,
just
I
asked
just
her
It's gonna
created.
be light. It's gonna be very light. Coffee or just somewhere. It's
That's
light.
exactly what it was. That's why I'm not thrilled about it. Is I all the dates because I don't like online dating, but sometimes I just create a profile. I'm there like 2-3 weeks, and then I delete it, and then just go back to just the regular way.
So why not go? So just don't go with her.
Oh,
I want to see what happens.
stir the pot.
You trying to get some pussy? That's
What's your
good.
goal? Yeah, what's your goal? The
Get
fuck?
some pussy.
Oh, then you can go do that.
So stir the pot. Do ask all
That's
those
crazy.
questions. Like, just there's no rules. Just ask. Like, what's the worst that can happen? She can say, you know what, I don't like this date and I'm gonna leave. Okay, have a wonderful day. And what's the best thing that can happen? She's like, oh wow, I'm.
But I don't like day dates. Day dates, it's hard to turn day dates into drinking.
It's not true.
Why you gotta drink?
Yeah, why do you have to drink?
I don't know. It just
You feel you can only get the pussy if she's drinking?
I've had dates that lasted all day. From fucking, we met at fucking 11, 12 in the afternoon, and we were together till Sunday the next day.
You know why? Because she really wants you to give the pussy, but she don't want you to feel like a slut. That's what that be.
But you was excited about it.
You ever had that?
Yeah,
but
that's
you
it.
met them at 11 for the first time ever? Or you've
AM?
known them before?
Never met them before. I mean, met them to get their number, but never hung out with them.
Oh, so this is the first hangout.
First hangout.
Second time you seen them, first hangout.
Right. All day.
Done that before.
Yeah. I mean, that's when you really hitting it off.
Having the time of your life.
Everything's flowing and
And y'all really want to, like, okay, if we make it past 24 hours, then I can give him the put. Then she's like, I can get the pussy now. I want to be a hoe. That's really what it be like, because they don't really want to just give it to you in the first 30 minutes.
One time I spent $1,500 first date.
That's crazy.
Did she put out?
City, what?
I ended up smashing, but I mean, we went from Bubba Gumps to we hung out all day, and we went to 3 different restaurants.
Bubba Gump.
We did,
Did you brush her teeth?
of course, I did. I mean,
Was
but
she worth it?
we fucked around for a couple years. CNN.
Would you do it again?
No,
See? So it wasn't worth it. You
it was CNN.
take her to Cracker Barrel.
remember that.
Yeah, he was there when I met her.
Karaoke.
Me and her was fucking around for 5-6 years, and then she disappeared on me. We broke up. She disappeared on me. I didn't see her or talk to her for 5-6 years.
pop up.
And now she's trying to come back around now.
Oh, really?
I'm like, that's
He
crazy.
said something about that. That's wild. That's right on brand, though, right?
Don't it always happen like that?
I think so.
That's out of my budget. You gotta just hang around. Just hang around. You ain't gotta spend that much money to get all that.
No, I spent that on a day with her because we was just hanging all day. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Have you ever bought your girl jewelry?
for an occasion,
like crazy.
birthday, Christmas,
Real gold?
not just because.
I don't think it goes like
Most you spent on a day.
like 500.
Is that recently?
On a date?
Auto.
On a date?
Trying to think maybe
I don't. That's just that don't sound right.
That's what I mean. Look,
I
man,
mean,
you do it,
you
do it.
just kind of do things. I just, you know what I mean? Like if we're going to the hotel.
That's just the most. That's not like every time.
Yeah, I'm not scared. Okay, I'm going on a date. I'm about to, I'm in Vegas. And I got a room. Is that included in what I'm spending on a date? No,
They
that's
helping you with the
Every
room?
time it's not Vegas. Vegas has different rules. And what about the regular style
irregular
when you're in the
spot.
city?
Okay,
How you running it?
like $200.
Okay.
Like $200.
Australian or American?
American. American.
Yeah, auto cheap as motherfucker.
Yeah, that'll make sense.
Which $80?
No, I think like around 200.
Really?
Yeah. But now, does this also count? Because I had like a connect that got me like a free meal and I just had to include the tip. But it's a favor technically.
No,
right?
whatever your perks is your perks. Whatever the output is what you remember.
So even if it's like a value of $500, but I only
matter.
paid like 60.
Yo,
You only pay 60.
Thank you. Milk that Groupon.
Everybody not
ticket,
paying
too.
60 for what you got. You know?
Like if you got free tickets to Disneyland, that's $200. What you talking about? She thinks it's $200. That's $200 tickets for each person. Then you can go over and get your caricatures and stuff like that. That's another $75.
Wait, you taking bitches to Disneyland on dates?
Some girls like to go to Disneyland.
I don't know. I said, are you
Adults,
doing
or-
that?
I have.
Really?
That's expensive. That's an expensive date.
A date
it's
to
a date.
Disneyland?
If you got free tickets and we talk, it's nothing.
So what you get on the teacup rides with the bitch with you?
No, what you mean? You in California, Adventure Land? You know,
She's from out of town.
You just know. I mean,
That's wild. I don't know. That's wild. I don't know. That's wild. It could be me. I could be missing something. I'm not in touch.
that ain't recent, but I'm just saying last time.
Yeah. I just go get
You
funnel
ever went
cakes
to
and
the
shit.
doctor with a chick?
Yeah.
Oh, my girl, not a regular chick. Girl, right?
What was y'all getting tested, or was you had an asthma attack? What was going
Had
on?
an asthma attack.
That's damn near guaranteed she gonna cheat. If you have an asthma attack in front of her, she this nigga is a weak motherfucker.
Can't even motherfucking breathe.
And she gotta drive you and watch you gas for air.
Holding the steering wheel, just shaking her head like this mother.
But you know, been to the doctors with your girl.
That's not normal.
That happened to me too. I got food poisoning once.
Then this counts as a doctor, right? Chiropractor counts as a doctor, regular doctor,
You went to the chiropractor with
eye
a bitch?
doctor.
Pashmere?
What was you doing at the eye doctor with a
I didn't
bitch?
go inside with the bitch and just waited. I was, bitch, I'll be right back. How long? An hour? I'll be right back.
You waited in the car?
I left. Well, come back in an hour. She be done in an hour.
Motherfucker went to the eye doctor with a
What am I
bitch.
supposed to do?
Planned Parenthood?
We
That
outside.
count?
Oh, I gotta get this stuff. Okay.
Planned Parenthood? That don't count?
Planned Parenthood, I mean, y'all committed a murder together, so
Murder one. That's murder one, right?
murder was the case that they gave her.
You may go get take an HIV test together or something like that.
You take those?
Yeah, I take those.
You get the ones
Oh,
off
we don't do
Amazon?
we don't
You
do
get the one off Amazon?
Nah, we don't do those no more.
I think said nah.
He said we don't do those no more.
Whatever you said, nah.
What's the purpose of it, man?
The AIDS test?
Have you taken one?
Yeah.
When the last time?
Shit. Maybe a couple years back.
When was the last time you guys got in tested for STDs?
2 months.
Okay.
But I don't get tested for AIDS. It's pointless.
3 months ago.
If you got it, it's over with anyway. Fuck it.
You don't want to take the
But it's
medication.
such an easy test.
You don't want the medication.
I'm playing with you, dog.
Like,
That's hilarious.
right.
My problem is niggas that don't be fucking like that. Why are you taking an AIDS test, man? You ain't had sex in 9 years, nigga. You just took 2 AIDS tests. When last time you got one?
Like a year ago?
Oh, you be hitting raw?
Huh?
You be hitting raw?
Only one girl.
He lying like a motherfucker.
No, only one right now is getting the raw treatment.
So you fucking for the first couple of weeks or months, and then you say, "Fuck, I just go raw."
No, it was kind of like a thing where we hooked up the first time, and then, you know, you're on top of her, and she grabs it, and then whoop, it's in. So it's like, oh, it's too fucking late now, and I'm not going back.
Yeah,
I'm gonna finish the job.
oh, yeah, we going balls deep.
If whatever it is, if you have something, you already gave it to me. It's too late now.
I might as well. Yeah.
Damn, that's a cold
enjoy
game.
this bliss.
That'd
like,
be the craziest when the condom break and it start
cold
feeling
game.
better. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah,
Yeah.
like,
You're not gonna pull back. It's like, nigga, that difference is a motherfucker.
because you guys are solely connected now. You spiritually
Yeah,
connected.
it's a different
Is that a
thing.
real
Yeah,
thing?
Yeah.
it's not.
Oh no, man.
Yeah, that's why.
Break that down for me right quick, for real.
If let's say you heard that your girl cheated, if she cheated with a condom, it's easier to swallow than if she cheated raw. Like, just the image is like, damn, you fucked another guy and he didn't wear a condom. The betrayal doesn't get any worse.
Your girl cheat on you. What's more acceptable? Her giving somebody head or giving some pussy?
Give him pussy.
Nigga said, "What's more acceptable?" It's crazy.
Oh, wait, what's more
I don't
acceptable?
Oh,
I don't know.
I gotta sit on that. What's more acceptable? Giving out the pussy?
Not giving nobody.
Either way, I gotta go. That's
so-
the thing. It don't matter what it is. Either way, I'm out of it. You know what I mean?
Can't be giving nobody no head.
It is crazy.
Okay, that's over.
Because you're
Yeah,
working in that
pussy.
month. You're living every second all giving head.
Oh, I don't know. I gotta go. Pick one.
That's all bad. That's
So what
all
you give a
bad.
bitch? Pick one.
That's all bad.
Any, mini. Oh, okay.
I can't
still
kiss.
gotta go.
I can't kiss you. It's
What's
over.
the other one? Okay, I still gotta go.
I don't know. But again, the
If I
fuck,
had to pick,
but her fucking somebody
The
else.
head is crazy.
Yeah.
So you rather her let a nigga fuck than give a nigga head?
If I had to choose, I guess I'd rather her
if I
give
was gonna
head.
stay,
If
What about you?
I would rather none of that shit happen, but
just get a pussy up, bitch. I don't know.
get a pussy up, yeah.
Same, man. I gotta go.
pussy with a condom.
Yeah.
Man,
See,
I'm not policing the pussy. It's her
I
pussy.
think
She can
it's
do-
Girl
pussy
got a
with a
hand job
condom.
fetish. She just like to give niggas hand jobs. That's it.
That's wild.
I'm cool with that.
Hand
She's
job?
just not my girl. Let's go there.
She get head
She
job.
gets demoted from being my girl.
She
but
she
stays on the
she
team.
get head job all day, and still be good. She good.
She's just going around giving niggas handies.
That's cool.
Are you validated if
And
you
you
get
just take her
mad
back.
at your side hoe for
Huh?
fucking
And she
another
never
You're
guy?
gonna
left.
start giving me the best handy ever.
No, she never left. I'm still. She just on the roster. What? She just wash her hands. You talking about?
Unless
No
we
worries.
agree to be in an open relationship or something like that.
Your teenage daughter's pregnant. Can her boyfriend come live with you in the family?
Pregnant though, it's crazy.
Your 15-year-old daughter's pregnant by a
Can't
15-year-old
live
boy.
in the crib, nah, B.
I mean, you got.
Where else she gonna live, nigga?
No, he can't live in the crib. She can live at the house.
Why can't he live in the crib? He got you a grandson.
You got to work.
Yeah, let's
You got to be.
clap it up for that.
You gotta be
live where you live, nigga.
You gonna be an
What you mean?
indentured servant.
Thanks for the grandson.
You ain't just be in the house like, oh, I'm gonna work at
You let the
KFC.
son move in.
Depend on his personality. If he's a hard worker,
So it's
you
an
could-
option to let him move in.
yeah, it's an option. Depending, like, maybe he's a hard worker. Maybe I can use him.
I was
You hear him up there smacking your daughter just nightly. He fucking the dog shit out your daughter. Dog.
Not have, yeah.
15-year-old nigga is. I hear that you got a 30-year-old daughter. You find out she got a 15-year-old boyfriend.
Let her live. That's shit. Whose son is that?
I would be disappointed.
Yeah, like whose baby is that? You know you can go to jail. You know you're gonna go to jail. You know you fucked up. The fucking little boy. You know
We've all been that little boy.
Yeah.
16 with a 28-year-old chick. You want somebody to call the police on your bitch? Hell no.
But look at all the trauma we went through. Being a little boy. what I'm saying? You say 15. It was 2 weeks. It was 2 years old for me.
Right. Damn.
So I'm
2
fucked.
years old.
Yeah, I'm fucked.
You get a boner as a 2-year-old?
He said,
How you know you was getting fondled at 2?
My dad told me because he used to provide the women for me.
So what was they doing?
Fellatios.
You getting fellation?
Yeah.
You know, little
So
Boosie
you didn't
said.
know nothing. You was just
Yeah, fuck.
not really knowing. That's wild.
But I'm fucked. I'm a little off.
Okay.
A little off.
Little
said, "I'm
Boosie
fucked."
said that
You
he did
so
that
you got
for
baby,
his kids,
You
though.
literally got baby fellatio.
Yeah. From a grown woman.
Baby fellation.
What'd you say?
That little Boosie, he said that he does that for his kids.
Who?
I'm saying that too.
Yeah.
What?
Like, get grown women to perform fellatio on his teenage sons.
They be fucking though too though. Don't do that.
That's weird as fuck.
Well, because he wants to make sure they're not gay.
That's not a way to guarantee that. There's no way to guarantee. That's wild though.
Only way
I had
to
a
get-
homeboy of mine, man. He had some little kids, and he used to show them porn when they were younger. Talking about he didn't want them to be gay, so I'm gonna show them this porn. I was like, that's wild. I thought that was wild.
How did the kids turn out?
I ain't around.
That motherfucker.
How are they now?
They might be, maybe junior high now, maybe.
Making porn.
That nigga didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
The mama show him titties, and he was showing them.
I mean, looking at titties should be normal.
No, I'm not knocking that. I'm not knocking none of it. Do what you do. I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do. But I think the porn is a little excessive though. On the young
Super
tip like
excessive.
that.
He had daughters too?
Yeah, I don't think he was showing that.
Showing niggas fucking his.
Nah, I don't think he was. He was just with the boys. Oh, okay. Yeah. He wasn't doing nothing funny.
Prison time. If you got daughters doing this shit, showing them.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. You know, it's like we come from generations where all they do is the adults, uncles, they encourage you to get the pussy.
You're hypersexualized.
Yeah, go get the pussy, But no one tells you how to not get the pussy, or slow down for the pussy, or take your time with the pussy. It's just take down as much pussy you can take.
Yeah, that's real shit.
At all costs.
At all costs.
Hey man, this edible's winning tonight, man. Go ahead and wrap this shit up, man. For 2 hours. Tell everybody where they can find you.
Who starts?
Go ahead.
Okay. What's up? I'm Alejandro. You can find me at the TFU podcast and Kraig Facts. Check it out.
My name's Dame Rush. You can check me at DJ Please Do on Instagram. Holla at your boy.
Hello world. It's Autobots. You can find me on Instagram. It's Autobots. You can find me on YouTube. It's Autobots. You can find me on Kraig Facts.
Autobots.
You can find me on TikTok.
Autobots.
Everywhere else is all Autobots. You dig? Check out my podcast, Hello World, too. Tap in here and there. And make sure you guys, if you are in the Los Angeles area this November, please come to the Ice House for Roasted Host Live on November 30th. See you there. Show is selling out as we speak.
Hey, man, I'll see y'all November 30th at the Ice House. We're doing 2 shows in the Legendary Room. First show is stand-up. Second show is a live roast. Make sure you be there, or did you tell people where they can find you? You did, huh? Make sure you be there or be square. If I owe you something, you said your shit too, Damien? If I owe you something, get it from God. God.
What kind you had?
If I knock on Doughboy's refrigerator, a family of hams would answer.
These are fire. I have to have these. The leopard joints?
I just gotta find a shirt that matches.
You ain't gonna find nothing in here that matches them shoes, bro. And why you gotta get a whole fit every time we go out?
Every morning I bathe and get fresh. And every afternoon I bathe my wardrobe and get fresher. I get fresh daily.
This nigga said bathe my wardrobe.
I'm gonna start with a little bit of history. I got a cousin. He was born sick. He has an ailment, very rare disease. He can't shit without coming. I was about to behave. He can't shit without coming. When you go to the bathroom, it sounds like a good time and a bad time at the same time.
You know what I'm saying? But he ain't
no nonsense.
Yeah, he no nonsense. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I love about him. Shout out to Eddie Griffin.
Great.
Eddie Griffin, man, what up, boy? We about to motherfucking find a way. We gonna find a way. We gonna do some
He
shit.
can sing too, right? Y'all can do Be the Two Temptations too. Eddie and Corey.
Hey, James. Nah, don't spend it all in one place.
Come on, Kraig. You always playing with my money, man. What's up?
Nah, I pay you too much money for you to be broke.
Broke where, man? You see these off-whites? What's up, Kraig? Come on.
I see him, man. If you dropped your wallet in the strip club, the bitches would put their clothes back on. Son, I apologize. The system took me away from you.
You guilty! 8 years!
What?
It looks like his nose bleed when he get frustrated.
You're pissing me off, man!
Fucking bullshit!
This is bullshit!
Love you, you don't fuck with me. She's a lesbian.
Right.
She's a stud, and I love her with all my heart. But she doesn't like black women, and I called her a hypocrite for that. She said, "You're a hypocrite. How you a black woman? You don't like black women?"
Boo Capone just phoned me and told me you're caught up in the Gatrix. We have a way out. No, CP, really, here's the thing, man. I have a story to tell you about a man with paranoid eye syndrome. CP, I can't look at you without thinking somebody's standing behind me.
I don't do drugs no more, so I think that's how for me, because it made my nose bleed and I had to stop.
That's the first time I didn't believe your lying ass nigga. That's the first time.
You serious? You gonna tell me some shit like that right now?
Man,
Why try to hear that shit, man? Come on, nigga.
come on, man. You look like you got a passport full of food stamps, man.
What?
I'm from Pasadena, California. You know, shout out to Dina, the west side of Dina.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's where I'm from. And yeah, I'm a rapper / comedian.
What do you call it when a bag of heroin signs an ecstasy pill to a recording contract?
Kraig, what you got?
A drug deal. Today we trying yogurt toast?
Yogurt toast.
Yogurt toast.
I wonder what that's gonna be like.
It's toast with yogurt on it.
Oh man, toast with cum on it.
It should be incredible. You know, you like trying new things, man. And when I
You
caught
do
you sharing one cigarette with 4 niggas,
Yeah.
This birthed the s'more. Before Hershey's, they wasn't doing s'more.
That is what keeping them in business. I couldn't think of it. That's the only reason Hershey's is in business.
That's true. Just put campfires on the map. Hershey's almonds. Didn't campfires? Oh yeah, this is what put the campfires on the map.
Open the package, you better
You're a part of a beatbox orchestra. What's the name of the orchestra? Wish we was bigger. People of this esteemed courtroom, today I want to talk about intent, purpose. I want to prove to you that 90s rap was far more dangerous than this pansy hip hop we have now. You dig?
I've been spending the last 20 minutes drawing a tiny little horse instead of writing down notes. That's how little I care about you.
Well, that's great. We can hop on that little horse and we can ride it to a deal.
I like your attitude, but unfortunately that doesn't match up with the numbers here, and there's not much I can do with a credit score of 3. Your credit score is 1 higher than the number of testicles I have, Kraig. That's not acceptable if you want to buy a fucking skateboard.